Thanksgiving is all about surrounding yourself with family and friends and the third F, food, and being thankful for all of that. But that good food doesn't have to be bad for you. Joining me now is our sponsor, registered dietitian Terry Verison, to show us how to make some better food choices but still savor the flavor this Thanksgiving. Good to see you, and happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Stephanie. That's right. You want to make sure that you really enjoy all of the things that go with the feast along with Thanksgiving, the family, the friends, just the atmosphere and everything that's going along with it, and the food as well, because that's an integral part of the whole day.
Well, people talk about going into a food coma, and really kind of
That's right.
But in as much as we enjoy all the delicious food, I don't think we truly do enjoy the feeling of just being so full afterwards.
That's right. That sort of takes away from it. So you want to make sure that you find ways to lighten up the dishes that you're making, so that then by the time you do end up the day, you're not quite so full and overstuffed, which ends up being a more negative as opposed to just really enjoying all the positives of the day.
Right.
So one of the things you can do is anytime you're making like the dips or dressings or those kinds of things, make the yogurt cheese. And you start with just plain non-fat yogurt, put it in a colander that's been lined with some coffee filters or a paper towel or something like that, and put it in a bowl and let it sit in the refrigerator. Cover it up, put it in the refrigerator overnight. And then what happens is the liquid drains out and you end up with this beautifully creamy yogurt cheese, we call it, that then you can use that in place of sour cream in any of the dishes that you would normally use sour cream.
Okay, because you lose the water, so it still has the same properties of
it has all of the
cream.
Protein, it has all of the calcium, the other vitamins and minerals that are added in there, and the creamy texture works just the same way as sour cream.
Awesome.
So it's going to be something to really lower that fat and calories and really boost up the nutrients and keep that creaminess. Another thing you can do is use instead of excuse me, this is instead of sour cream. This would be instead of...
you said that.
Okay.
Don't you hate it when that happens? You're like, did I say that?
Yes. This one is what you could use in place of whipping cream in things. For instance, your mashed potatoes, it's really good to pour some of that cream in there and just get them nice and fluffy and creamy. The fat-free evaporated milk. Now, you want to look for the evaporated milk, not the condensed milk. The sweetened condensed is what we're going to use in baking to make fudge and those kinds of things. But this one is something that you can use in place of cream. So if you're making cream soups as one of your first courses, if you're making mashed potatoes, anything that you would use to use the whipping cream in, then use this in place of that, and you're going to make sure that you boost up those nutrients again and really reduce the fat. And that's one way to really make it to the end of the day without feeling over bloated and just totally stuffed.
Well, and the leftovers, it's almost like, you know, the gift that keeps on giving with the calories, and you eat those for 3 days because you're eating all of the heavier foods for
that's right,
and
then all
an
of the
extended period of
leftovers,
time.
and find some creative ways to use the leftovers. So instead of making a whole nother plate of Thanksgiving dinner, which you could do, and that's always delicious.
If you're doing it the healthy way, right.
But here's some just quick and easy ideas. Shred up that turkey and make some tostadas out of this. Now what we did was take the corn tortillas, spray them with just a very light spray of a cooking spray, and then bake them in the oven. And you've got a great tostada shell, which is very low fat. The corn tortillas in and of themselves just have about 1 gram of fat, whereas if you were to fry them, you're bumping that up to like 9 to 10 grams.
They have fiber in them too, right?
They do have some fiber and this is a nutrient-rich food where you've got the dairy from the cheese, you've got a little bit of salsa on there, you can put different vegetables, sorts of things.
And I think as we show some other examples here, we've got some melts and some wraps, all again with the high fiber
the
carbohydrates.
That's right,
whole grains.
The whole grains and those nutrient-rich foods that you want to make sure you're getting those whole grains, the fruits, the vegetables, and the low-fat and fat-free dairy foods, the milk, cheese, and yogurt, because that's where your body gets those nutrients from that you need to make it through the day.
And ultimately, if we throw in a glass of milk, we get that 3 a day kind of combination of 3 dairy proteins a day, and we're on a better track to health.
That's right. You can go through and you can enjoy your holidays and make sure you get the nutrients that you need, the 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt, the other nutrient-rich foods, and you're going to have more energy and more stamina to be able to hit the stores.
The motivation and the benefits are there. Now we just got to get out and do it. Thank you so much for making it easy and delicious, too. For more information, you can contact the Dairy Council of Arizona. The nutritional education folks over at the Dairy Council of Arizona would love to hear from you at az.org. let me try that again, dairycouncilofaz.org.